I have a problem.
What's your problem? Is it that you choked on apple juice last night?
Yes, it is. I have like such a sore throat. I'm not sick. I'm fine, right?
Mhm.
Everything is fine. But okay, so for context, we had a little bit of apple juice left, right?
Yeah.
And I filled the glass all the way up to the top, to the point where it was like when the liquid, it hits the, what's it called? The tension point?
Yeah, something like that. Like surface tension.
Yeah,
yeah.
The surface tension was all that was keeping the liquid in the cup. I took a sip of it. A big slurp, if you will.
Slurp?
A big slurp. And it brutalized my throat because I started laughing and then I inhaled it.
Yeah.
And my airways have not been feeling good ever since.
No. Oh, ow.
So now I have a cough drop in. It's quite delicious.
Really?
Yes.
You have changed your tune. You used to hate cough drops.
I don't like cough drops, but I like the breezers. You introduced me to the breezers.
Oh, you're welcome. They're so good.
They are very yummy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'm rocking a sore throat right now, so just so everyone knows.
A little disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. You might hear a cough drop every now and then. If you hear a...
Oh, ASMR.
ASMR, that means I'm popping another cough drop.
Well, maybe we'll just edit that out. We don't need to give them an ASMR experience.
No, I think everyone should know just so they know where I'm at. Yeah, it's like a live, like it's a live experience. People can feel it with me.
Oh my god. I want you to internalize my sore throat.
Yeah. But I have another problem.
What's your other problem?
There's so many games I want to play right now.
So true. But like you also want to be productive, but also it's the end of the year. And so you're like, I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah.
How many games are you trying to play right now? Like 5?
We'll talk about more of them later. Like we'll go more in depth later, right?
Yeah.
But right now, I want to be playing Palia.
Okay.
Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes.
Soul Hackers 2.
Oh yeah, you didn't finish that.
I never finished it. Kind of want to finish it. I want to get back into Final Fantasy XII. Just so that I can finish it. I got like 2/3 of the way through, dropped it. I want to finish it. Really, all of the pixel remastered Final Fantasy games I'm interested in. I'd love to play Breath of Fire. I'm very much in a Breath of Fire mood, as always.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play the Persona 5 Tactica DLC, which I have not played yet.
You didn't even say Final Fantasy XIV yet.
Oh, I have been playing a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. I can't get enough of it. Really, I'm just in a Final Fantasy mood, I suppose.
I couldn't tell by how you turn on Ever Crisis and then leave the room and then come back and
it's autoplay.
More and then
you gotta grind up the experience.
Yeah, I love our nightly routine is you plugging in your phone, setting up Ever Crisis to do its auto thing, and then you go and brush your teeth, and then you come back and do a little more, and then you go make a sandwich for lunch the next day, and you do a little more, and
you gotta get those sweet materials so that you can uncap your weapons levels.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Life's hard.
Life is so hard when you love video games.
Yeah,
Why don't we talk about it on ThoughtCast, a video game podcast?
Ooh, that was back. Smooth.
Look at that, silky smooth.
Like this hall's breezer.
Oh my god.
Just smooth like that.
Who are you?
John.
You were so scared.
I was like, who am I? I don't know.
I wasn't trying to hit you with something really intense. I'm sorry that I scared you.
I got really nervous. I genuinely, it's not even a bit. I was like, I don't know.
Who am I?
Is it because I didn't used to like breezers and now I do?
Yeah, you changed a lot.
Yeah, but who are you?
I'm Allie. Thank you for asking.
There totally wasn't a cut there that you won't hear where I completely forgot to ask it back.
This love isn't feeling very reciprocated.
I'm in pain.
Oh, true.
Spiritual, emotional, and physical.
I'm so sorry.
So, if anyone's still listening to the podcast, let's give them a treat with some music.
Joke's on you. This isn't a video game podcast. It's all about me.
Oh.
You wouldn't know why.
Why?
Because we just passed the most important day. My birthday.
Oh! I thought you meant the release of Palia on Switch.
Rude. No. My birthday.
Your birthday was pretty good.
It was pretty good. We had a little party. This was like a couple days before my birthday.
Yeah.
But we had a little party. It was a crafting party.
Yeah.
And so everybody brought their own things. Like I had one friend who brought Legos and another person was crocheting. And like I told my one friend, Ange, I was like, why didn't you bring your Gundams? And
Yeah.
they're like, I didn't know that this was a Gundam safe space. Our home, Gundam safe.
Always Gundam safe.
Stay as long as you need.
Yes.
Feel free to spray paint, bring a little box to do it. Great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Please.
Why not?
We have a porch for a reason.
Exactly. And so I'm like, I want to have all these crafting parties all the time now. But then we all got in PJs, and then you made a fancy breakfast charcuterie board. It was very fancy. So many breakfast foods.
I have never felt more like a chef in my life.
You were full on Gordon Ramsay in there.
I was full on overcooked. It felt like overcooked. I was very frantic.
Yeah, that was the most people you've ever cooked for.
It was. Like, we had waffles and pancakes and fruit and sausage and bacon and vegan sausage and...
Vegan pancakes?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I guess that's not a given.
No, it's not a given. You're like, duh, of course we did. But no, you had to have some things that were vegan and some things that weren't vegan.
Gotta make sure not to cross-contaminate. I felt like a full-on artisan chef that day.
You're so cool.
It's the easiest thing to make for mass amounts of people.
But you killed it, so
We had frozen tots.
we did. People love tots.
You gotta eat the tots.
But yeah, and then all that ended up culminating in the most amazing little crafting night for me and my buds. We all did our little things, and then we watched like anime movies and just, and then I got a little Dratini toy, like a little stuffed plush kind of thing. It was super cute. I don't know. I love Dratini. I've really been in a Pokemon mood recently.
You have been in a Pokemon mood.
Oh my gosh.
Between that, the advent calendar.
Oh yeah, the podcast people don't know about the advent calendar.
Well, now they do.
Now they do.
Now
Guess
they
what?
will.
We have this advent calendar, and every single day, unless I forget a day, which, whatever, we're ignoring that. I've been posting on our TikTok, which you should go follow, and I open a little door of a Pokemon advent calendar every day, and we get a little Pokemon Funko Pop. So, like, on day one, we got Charizard, and then we got Sylveon, and, like, it goes from there. And the day after my birthday, I got Piplup. And that was insane.
That was mind-boggling. Because for your birthday...
Yeah.
Got you a big Piplup, like, stuffed.
Yeah, you got me a Piplup Squishmallow.
Yes.
That was so fun, too. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I want to spoil all of the things, but like Christmas and stuff like that.
Oh.
I want to talk about gifts.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, ooh, wait, we could talk about gifts I got you, but I can't because you're here.
Hold off. Hold the line.
I know.
But we can talk about gifts that you received.
Well, I didn't even say the coolest one yet. The coolest thing that you got me was a flute that looks like Mio's from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That was the best thing that I've ever received in my life. It's so cool. It's like totally accurate. It's 3D printed. Who was the shop that printed it?
I believe his name is Beyond 3D Print.
Yeah, so cool.
Like, he does it all himself.
Yeah.
But he has one for like Noah's flute, Mio's flute. I think you can get some of the core crystals from like Xenoblade 2.
Yeah.
Really cool. And he seems like a really nice guy from what I've seen.
Yeah, I follow him on Twitter, and I'm just bad at remembering names, so I'm happy that you remembered it.
No, yeah.
But, oh my gosh, so cool. And I don't know, it was a really good birthday. And I'm excited now for Christmas because I just want to give you stuff now. Because you gave me such a good birthday, so now I just want to give you stuff.
I mean, you're getting more stuff for Christmas.
I know, but, like, I don't know. I got you really cool, like, I'll give a tease.
Oh, gosh.
One of them's
I'm closing my ears. I can't hear it.
A couple of them are video game themed. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Which you could have assumed.
I really did a poor job at closing my ears.
You really did. But I don't know how to do better than last year. I hope I did okay.
Last year it was awesome.
Because I got you, what, Breath of Fire, is it 5?
Yeah, you got me Breath of Fire 5 Dragon Quarter.
Yeah.
Which everyone says is a bad game. Wow. I wonder what... We have to go back to see how many podcasts in a row this is that I've talked about Breath of Fire.
Probably everyone.
Yeah, probably. But Breath of Fire Dragon Core, which everyone says was not a good game, it is such a good game. It is so good.
You were having a blast.
And then you got me, like, the art book.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even know that they had an art book, and neither did you. And I remember I was talking such a big game, which, I mean, I was still right. But I was like, you're never going to expect what I got you. It is so cool. You don't even know it exists. And when you see it, you're going to be like, how did I not know that this existed?
Yeah.
And then it happened. And we did that.
Huh. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We got him.
We got him. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if this year can compare with last year.
I'm sure it will be amazing. And I'm excited to give you your stuff, which I will not tease because I'm bad at teasing without fully giving it away. But, but, we also did a fun little thing for your birthday. Not little, but because we're nerds, spent your birthday. We started out by getting library cards.
Oh my gosh, we did. We're doing this. Okay, so I am a very indecisive person, and I also, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I have this thing where certain events start to blend together if I do something that's too similar, like several years in a row. And so if we go out for dinner or something, or lunch or whatever, if we just go out every single year for my birthday, then I'm not going to remember it. I'll be like, okay, in 2019, we went to where? I don't know. Like in 2021, did we go to the same place? I don't remember. And I want my birthdays to be memorable because when you're a kid, they're all so memorable. And yeah, and so I wanted something that was an activity and you gamified it. You had like a choose your own adventure thing.
Yeah.
And so one of the first options that you gave, it was 3 slips of paper, and I could choose which one I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And they were like cute little date things that I've always wanted to do. And keep in mind that I am a horrifically boring person, and I just like to do cute little things.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be ostentatious and like...
I feel like they aren't boring.
I know that, well, I don't know. I just get insecure because every single time we went to talk to someone at your family reunion that we just went to, they were like, you got library cards for your birthday? That sounds like an errand, not like something fun. Interesting choice. But
yeah, that's fair.
But it's what makes me happy. It's my birthday. So I don't know. I like running errands. If we're being honest, I just really like running errands. And I like going to grocery stores. I like the smell of libraries. Then they smell like books and super cozy and like
it was cozy.
It was so cozy. And yes, so the first 3 options that you gave me were like, go to the library and get whatever, and we'll watch it over like Christmas. Like, go to the mall and we pick out outfits for each other, like things like that. And so we went to the library and we got a pack of Pokemon movies. It was like the Jirachi one, the Wishmaker,
the Latios, Latias, and Pokemon, which I think is called Pokemon the Movie Heroes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Everything in the early 2000s was such and such heroes. Yeah. And then Pokemon Forever.
Yeah. Very Pokemon heavy birthday.
Yeah, very Pokemon heavy season lately.
Yeah. I've been liking Pokemon. But anyways, yeah, we got those and I can't wait to watch them. Because I haven't seen them since I was a kid.
Okay, actually, we're derailing. We're derailing for a moment.
That's fine.
What is your favorite Pokemon movie?
Oh, easy. Pokemon the movie 2000.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the one I've probably watched okay. I haven't watched anything after Destiny Deoxys.
That movie freaked me out.
That's fair. Or maybe I was
a child, though.
I think I did watch the Darkrai one.
Oh, yeah, you watched the Darkrai one. Are you kidding me? The Darkrai one was so good with Dawn. Okay, wait. First of all, I was a Pearl shipper as a kid. Pearl shippers, those were people who shipped Dawn and Ash together. Fun fact.
Why are they called Pearl shippers?
Because like Diamond and Pearl, and like she was Pearl in
Oh,
the
okay,
manga,
okay.
I believe. I don't know. That's just what they named it.
Okay.
Because otherwise their ship name would be like Dash or something. It would be no.
Okay.
And yeah. Anyways, and they all
Dash.
Dash. And I don't know, they all had names. They all had names like that. I don't know why, but they all had names like that.
Yeah.
And so yes, I was a Pearl shipper, and the moment when Dawn was hanging out of the hot air balloon and Ash grabbed her hand, pulled her back up, that lived in my mind rent-free as a child. So yeah, I watched that Darkrai movie. I watched it several times. That was a good one.
Okay, I did see Darkrai. I think that was the last one that I saw.
That makes sense.
So, but 2000 is probably the one I saw the least. I don't know if I've told this story.
Oh?
That movie terrified me from ever going to the movie theaters.
Oh, wait, I think I know this.
For like 10 years. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast.
You haven't. Please tell it.
So, the year is, as one would expect, 2000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Little 5-year-old John just really was looking forward to seeing his favorite Pokemans on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Lugia looks pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a free card with Mew on it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wonder why I got that. So I'm sitting there, I'm like kicking my feet because I'm short, ready for this movie. The previews start, everything's just going well, right? And then a preview for Jim Carrey's The Grinch comes on screen, and it terrified me. It scared me so badly. Little 5-year-old John, I loved the Grinch cartoon, like the old one,
Mm-hmm.
I loved the Grinch book, so I saw like the Grinch or whatever, but they hadn't actually shown the Grinch, and I was like, Whoville, oh, awesome. But then Jim Carrey showed up on screen, freaked out. I thought the Grinch was under my chair and was gonna grab my ankle.
Oh no.
Like, I was really scared. And for like 3-4 years, I was scared of going to the movies because I thought like the Grinch would get me. It like lasted way longer than it should have. Like, it lasted till I was like 9.
Oh my gosh.
It lasted a long time. And then, I don't know if I was necessarily afraid of the Grinch by that point, but I was just mildly unsettled by the idea of a big dark room that you watch a movie in. I always associated the movie 2000 with that fear. So I never really watched it again. Maybe once.
No, you for sure did, because I watched it with you once.
No, yeah, like maybe once, like with you. But like other than that, like it's the movie that I've definitively watched the least.
We gotta fix that.
I don't know. My favorite is Pokemon Forever.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I love Celebi. Actually, do you know what the one I've actually watched the most is? The Pokemon the movie 3000.
Oh. Huh.
I had it on VHS.
Wow.
And I would just pop in all the time. And I thought that the Entei, like, weird distortion world created by the unknown, like the big castle. Mm-hmm. Have you seen 3000?
I have. Entei weirded me out. And I cannot remember why. But Entei reminded me of the Bee Movie.
What?
Didn't he have like a weird relationship with Ash's mom?
Okay. No.
I don't know, I was a child.
He was looking after a young girl and like overly protective of this young girl, and she said, and would get her anything that she wanted, and she said that she wanted a mom, and so he
I remember this movie very differently.
So he got her a mom. He wasn't romantically invested in Ash's mother.
I think he was.
No.
That's what I remember as a child.
I mean, that may have been your interpretation, but
that
is not what happened.
Why did I internalize that? I thought that was like a weird taboo movie.
I mean, it was like, they were like a little found family, forced found family, but no, he did not have a thing for Ash's mother.
It like gave me Beauty and the Beast meets like Bee Movie. Like, that's what I got from it. I don't know why. I was young. I'm crying.
That's flabbergasting.
I'm crying.
I think that movie did really misconstrue Entei for a lot of people. Because he's just like a good old fire doggo in the games. But he's just weird talking, like...
Yeah.
like, strangely sentient being that creates crystals with the power of the unknown. I don't know. That movie was a fever dream.
Yeah.
Well produced, though.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered another reason why Pokemon 2000 was good. Because they used to have, I don't know if they still do this, those little shorts that would play before the movie.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite was the one that played before Pokemon 2000. And in that one, there's a bunch of Bellossom. And they do a little dance. And it's really, really cute. And I don't know, it's like my favorite short. Have I watched that with you?
I don't know. I can't remember it.
I would stand in front of the TV and I would try to learn the moves that the Bellossoms were doing in their little dance.
Mhm.
And they'd go, Bellossom, Bellossom. And it was so sweet. I don't know. It was the best. And I think Pikachu was there and like danced with them. I don't know.
Pikachu. Was that the holiday party?
No, it's not a holiday party. It's there. I can't remember every single detail of it, but basically they're in this forested area. It's like Pikachu and friends, and something happens. Like, I don't know if Togepi falls. I don't know. Something happens that they come across this beautiful grove area. And there's like a little stream, and it's so lush and vibrant and beautiful. And then there's a bunch of Bellossoms there. And the Bellossoms end up doing a dance. I haven't seen this in probably over a decade. So my memory may be failing me, but I know that the Bellossoms do a dance and that I tried to do the dance and they sing a little song. That's literally just them saying Bellossom over and over again. It was cute. It made me want to be a cheerleader as a kid. I don't know how that happened, but I was like, I need to hold pom-poms. Never did, but Bellossom always gave me like pom-pom vibes.
If Oricorio had become a Pokemon when you were a child, it would have been all over.
I guess so. That would have been me. I would have been like, I need to be a cheerleader. But unfortunately, my elbows are double jointed. And so it never happened for me.
Wait, just because you didn't want, like, opted not to, or did they turn you away because of your elbows?
They did.
What? Wait. Are you about to cancel your old school?
This is the least video game podcast that we have ever done for our video game podcast. But
we talked about Breath of Fire. I want to hear about your elbows.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no. So I never got like canceled. Like that never happened. It's not like I went up to anyone and did some type of tryout and wanted to be a cheerleader.
Oh.
But my sibling when I was younger was a cheerleader. And so, you know, looking up to them, I was like, wait, I want to be a cheerleader too. And so I was a kid, maybe like 6 or 7. I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to be a cheerleader. And then I, you know, put my arms up and like, you know how they hold both palms above their head and their arms are out and my elbows are double jointed. And so instead of going straight up, they kind of like flare out.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, what are you gonna do? Go team? And then your arms are like, they look broken.
Aww.
And so my parents said that, and then everybody at school said that too. And every time I would move my elbows out like that, they'd be like, ew, that's gross. Your arms are broken. And so, you know, I had to pretend to be a Bellossom in the comfort of my own home. And this got very sad very quickly. Oh no.
This is devastating.
I'm sorry.
I gotta pop another cough drop.
Because your throat's swelling up?
Yeah.
Stop the ASMR, these 4 people. This is one of the most chaotic podcasts we've ever done.
we title it Allie's elbows devastate her cheerleading dream.
Oh no.
But yeah, so good birthday.
What a way to wrap this up. Wrap it up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday was really good. Great time. Thank you for asking.
I'm glad it was cozy.
Thank you for planning a great birthday for me. Can't wait to watch Pokemon the movie 2000 with you and do the Bellossom dance, and you can cry and look horrifically at my elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I took away from this.
So we've been playing Palia.
Entire 180. After my birthday celebrations, we played Palia. We've been really into wholesome games because we're hoping that it will make us more mentally stable.
It's not working.
No.
But to be fair, like at time of recording, we're about to go on holiday break from both of our jobs, which sounds way better.
Can you tell that we need it?
Yeah, but it's like only a week, which is like better than most jobs.
Well, yeah, but still, like, oh.
Well,
gosh.
we need it. We need it.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. But it'll be a nice time off. And so I feel like we've been like gravitating more towards like the wholesome games so that when we are off, we can just like relax, hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And Palia is one I'm really digging.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I like the idea of it.
Okay.
I think that it may be a better experience on PC right now. And so I'm trying to reserve my it's a buggy mess feeling.
Yeah. It's a little bit glitchy on Switch right now.
Yeah.
Hunting is not the greatest experience.
Oh my gosh, trying to get those pelts. Awful. Yeah. Awful.
But the world is very charming.
It's super charming. I love the idea of a wholesome, cozy kind of game where it's very like MMO feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can only like limit it to 8 people in your own party or something like that. I don't know all the rules. I wanted to go in blind, so we may be spreading misinformation here.
Yeah.
But big MMO vibes, get to hang out with your friends in the overworld, great times. But like, I don't know, sometimes the bugs are a little much.
Yeah, but it only comes when you have to do something that takes a lot of precision, which is really just hunting at this point, at least from what I've noticed.
I'm so happy that there's not combat, which I think is where I was originally going with that statement. But like, I don't know, it's really nice that there is no combat. Like there's no enemies. It's kind of like Disney Dreamlight Valley in that, where it's like, oh, just cozy good times, but it's like actually MMO.
Yeah, and yeah, like MMO light, because like you're only in an instance with like a hand, like not a hand, a decent amount of people, but like not a crazy amount. It's not like one big world. Like it's not like we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. With like thousands of people in the same area. But
it's just more like MO. It's not massive. It's just MO.
Yeah. It's a multiplayer experience inherently. Mm-hmm. Like it's more like Destiny than anything in terms of how that instance is. You're like, hey, I said Destiny and you just glazed over.
That's Destiny. Woo.
Yeah. Bungie. What a good company.
Bungie makes my palms sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not great right now. They laid off a lot of people. Anyways, but I think that the plot of land you get and the customization of that is so S tier.
Yes. I feel like in the way that people said that Disney Dreamlight Valley made everything that you would have expected from Animal Crossing better is how I feel about Palia making everything that I would have expected from Disney Dreamlight Valley better. Mm-hmm. Just with the level of customization, but also like I can't play Disney games. Like I try to get through Kingdom Hearts. I have a good time when Goofy isn't on the screen.
Yeah.
But I have a really hard time playing Disney games as a now 27-year-old. So, you know, but I think Palia's doing it a lot better for me because it's not like, do you want to have the Little Mermaid stuff in your room? And everything's like, you know, I can't.
I vehemently disagree with you.
Really?
Well, I think Disney stuff is dope.
Well, it is, but I can't.
No, I don't.
Thing.
100%. It like for me, like if this was Disney, it's the same game, but like Disney branded or like Kingdom Hearts branded or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think I would still be into it. But like I know nothing about Disney Dreamlight Valley, to be fair. Mm-hmm. But the ability to be able to like pixel by pixel customize where everything is in your home is so sick and so satisfying. Because even with just like the starter tent, I'm like, wow, I feel like I have ownership over this space in a way that I've never felt ownership over a space in a game.
Oh, see, this is the difference. I grew up on The Sims. So I'm used to a lot of customization in a home environment. Granted, it's a little different because it's not first person, you're not running around.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, I like that. That level of customization isn't found in many games outside of like sandboxy or like simulation kind of things.
Yeah. And like Final Fantasy XIV does it pretty well. In your houses there. But like Animal Crossing, not nearly as good in my opinion.
Yeah.
People might come for me for saying that. But like I like the way it creates a grid on the world so that you can like place everything so intuitively without any real issue or headache. I don't know. I love like just working on my little plot of land in Palia and, you know, creating my little farm area and having, okay, this is the section for where I'm doing all of that. I'm creating my logs and this is where my house will go, but I'll probably keep the tent up because I think it's like a fun little, you know, thing. I don't know. I think it's so intuitive, which I think is hard to do with something that well made or like in depth without it feeling like basic, I suppose. Because Animal Crossing, you know, and it's gotten better over time and over the years, but like it's pretty basic how you can get everything exactly where you want it to go, and you can do it pretty effectively, but I just don't love it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
When they added in the content from the Happy Home Designer stuff, that made it a lot better.
Yes.
Granted, by that point, I was already not
I'd
playing
already
anymore.
checked out, yeah.
Yeah. And so it was like, oh, half walls are cool. Wish they were there in 2020. Would have really liked them then. But, yeah. But I think that one of my biggest qualms with Animal Crossing was how limited everything felt right when you start up, and how you had to keep playing every single day, checking into the shop, going to different people's villages or islands or what have you to find more things to purchase or get the recipes of things. And it just took such a long time to even feel comfortable in your space. You know what I mean? Just like it took so long to get even a piece of furniture that you actually liked.
Yeah. Ever since New Horizons came out, it kind of highlights something about Animal Crossing that really makes a lot of sense to me. Because I fully agree with you. It was really good as a pandemic game, obviously. Because it helped us consume a lot of time. Because that's all we had to do. But the Animal Crossing formula now makes a lot more sense as a mobile game, a la, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why that's still going very strong, and people don't really talk about New Horizons anymore. It's because I think that the Animal Crossing formula works better as a mobile game now.
It does. They also kind of shot themselves in the foot because they didn't release as much DLC as quickly as people would have wanted.
Yeah.
Or as many new things. Because Pocket Camp, there's new stuff coming out all the time.
Yeah. But, and maybe it's just how I play. I'm more of because I feel like I'm a very casual, cozy gamer. Right? Because...
Oh, yeah.
Because So... I feel like there's been a really interesting phenomenon with cozy games that has kind of occurred in the past several years. Really, since the pandemic, I think it's when it picked up immensely.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, it started before that, but like the pandemic, I feel like cozy games exploded. And I feel like people used to have this weird misconception that cozy gamers were casual gamers, which was never true.
No. Not true at all.
But now, I feel like it is very, outwardly, apparent to everyone that cozy gamers take their stuff seriously. You would be foolish to think that that is not the case at this point.
Yeah.
Right? Which, massive respect. But, there are the cozy gamers...
Hello.
Who like you and like so many people who really know everything about these games and really invest a lot of time into it, which massive respect for being able to really dive into these worlds. 'Tis not me, except for Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, Which not even really that, because I never beat it.
Yeah, you did drop it.
To be fair, I made it to year 4, which is the furthest I've ever made it in any cozy game. Or, like, any farming sim. But, like, I think for a game like Animal Crossing, you need a lot of support to keep those players who have so many options, like, engaged for long periods of time. And they just didn't do that, whereas, like, they did here. Because you're competing now with, like, a Story of Seasons, or, like, Coral Island, or a Palia, where there's new stuff to do every 20 minutes, you know, as opposed to, you know, you can't do anything with the museum till tomorrow because it's building.
Yeah. I mean, it also just doesn't help that the options were so limited and it takes so long. So, like, what I meant by that was you go into Nook's Cranny, or whatever that building was called. I think it was Nook's Cranny, right?
Yeah.
And so you go in there and you get, like, 3, if you upgrade it all the way, then, like, 5 or however many options of furniture that you can get. And then you go around your island, you have your little slingshot, you're trying to shoot down balloons or, like, fish up things so that you can get more things to craft. Because crafting is also an option.
Yeah.
But it takes so long to ever be able to make anything or acquire anything that you actually enjoy.
Yeah.
At least for me. It took, there were certain furniture sets that I was interested in, and maybe I was just going in with the wrong mindset, where it's like, I know what I want going in. I have played other Animal Crossing games, and so I'm looking for certain furniture sets. I'm looking for certain things. I want a certain aesthetic. Whereas in Palia, I'm surprised and delighted that right off the bat, I'm being given so many crafting options. I mean, you craft one thing, it's like, what are you interested in getting? Do you want to get this, or this? Craft another thing. You'll get 3 more options.
Yeah.
And so I can just keep building and building. And then you get even more furniture from little side quests. And then you can go to a building that is also selling furniture, and you can get it from there. And then there's so many ways to acquire things to make your plot of land look the way that you want it to right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I feel like in Animal Crossing, I didn't even really place furniture in my home until, like, 5 days into playing.
Yeah, because you just didn't have the options to. You didn't have the funds, or you didn't have, like, you were working on getting a house instead, so why would you spend money on furniture?
Yeah. And so I'm really delighted by Palia, I would say. I don't know, it's making me really happy.
It captures my imagination really well. I think that the world looks really nice. I said this right when we started. I will say that it looks very much like Fortnite.
It does.
It looks very much like Fortnite. And if you look at it once and then you look at Fortnite's world design, especially older Fortnite, you'll never be able to unsee it.
I do wish that in the overworld environment that there were more things that gave me hints along the way of where I was on the map. And I also wish that there was an on-screen map. I don't know if there's an option for that, but I need a mini map. I'm getting so lost. And I'm trying to understand where everything is, but...
So, like, more points of interest?
Something like that. There definitely are landmarks. There are points of interest, but I am not able to recognize them as quickly as I can in other games.
Yeah.
And so I'm just getting a little lost. Whereas, like, when we played World of Warcraft, it was so easy to be able to navigate and find my way around. I feel like I just had a really good understanding of where everything was located, and I didn't really get lost. And I think mini maps help a lot with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just getting lost a lot in Palia. And so that's one little thing I would change.
Yeah.
But I do like the overall look of the world, even if it is kind of Fortnite-y.
Yeah. Which saying Fortnite, it's no insult. I think that Fortnite has a really distinct and really strong visual identity, to the extent that I feel like people still rag on Fortnite for a lot of reasons. Visuals should not be one of them.
No, especially because I started playing on the Switch, and then I upgraded and started playing on the PlayStation 5. And when I loaded Fortnite on the PlayStation 5, that was insane to me. Because I don't watch streamers play it. I don't really watch any Fortnite content. So I wasn't aware just how detailed the world is.
Yeah.
Like, I have all these different blades of grass are like finely detailed and shaped and sculpted, and there's just, I don't know, so many little things.
Yeah. And so I think with the world of Palia, like there aren't as many like points of like massive points of interest, but I think that there's so many hidden little grottos and nooks and crannies where you just get lost in a cave or you find the sewers and like the black market that I don't know. The world really engages me personally.
Yeah, I like how much mystery there still is with it and how much it feels like we can still uncover things.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really excited to keep playing Palia. I want to be playing it more than I have been. But you know, we've been busy. But also like there are just so many, like we said at the top of the podcast, so many things to be playing right now.
I know. I actually played a game. Can you even believe it?
You did.
I did. I played A Little to the Left. I wanted to play that game for the longest time, and then I just randomly decided to buy it. And after the longest time of wanting to play it, I was like, that's it. Let's go. It's like $15, $18 if you want the expansion.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. And then I burned through it so fast.
I couldn't have had the patience to play that game. Like, props to you. For anyone who's not familiar with A Little to the Left, like, how would you describe it?
It's an organization game and also kind of a puzzle game, because just organizing, that, I don't know, that kind of sounds like you could have your own interpretation of it. Like in Unpacking, for example, that's an organizational kind of game where you're unpacking belongings from boxes and you're placing them where you want. So, okay, I want this knickknack on this shelf and I want this knickknack on the coffee table, and you can do that. But with A Little to the Left, there are patterns and it's kind of a puzzle that you need to solve. So you can have multiple ways that you solve something. So, for example, you could organize a bunch of colored pencils by color, or you could organize them by height, because maybe one pencil got used a little bit more than the others. It got sharpened all the way down to the nub.
Yeah.
And you could organize them by like however many different ways it will allow you. Sometimes there's up to like 3 different ways that you could solve one of these puzzles or tasks that you have to do. And so there are ones where it's a cabinet or a drawer, and you have to take all of these different items, scissors, plates, I don't know, stationery, like just a bunch of different little things, and they each have a unique spot where you need to put something. And then there are puzzle ones where you have to, for example, like move a mirror, and you see where everything is supposed to go in the reflection, and you have to line up the objects in the real world to what the reflection wants you to show, and like do that. And there was a box in one of them, and you had to open it in the reflection. It was crazy.
Ooh.
That's the only way that you could open it, to put a little figure in it. And I don't know, just a really, really fascinating game. Very good for puzzle solving. So if you like puzzles and you like organizing things and feeling satisfied, it's a cozy, wholesome puzzle game. Love it. With good sound design too.
Heck yeah.
That's why I love cozy games. They have the best sound design. They focus so much on it.
Yeah. Like, not to go back to Palia, but like everything you do in Palia, the sounds are so satisfying.
Yes.
Like, so satisfying.
Sound design's amazing, especially in Palia too.
Mm-hmm.
I like making all the different crops.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
that, and then placing items. It's really satisfying.
I feel like, for me, the telltale sign of a good game in this vein is how it sounds to chop down a tree.
Oh, yes.
Like the ka-thunk of the axe against the wood, or like the trunk, right? Or like the rustling of the leaves if it's like a smaller kind of shrub.
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff is great.
You're not the only person who feels that way, because I watched a TikTok the other day about Stardew Valley. And
that has such good ka-thunks.
It's so good, especially I feel like it hits different in certain seasons with the music playing. Like in fall and winter when you're chopping down trees, it's peak.
Yeah.
So good.
No, I would agree. But, so I feel like we've already kind of gotten into it. But what else you playing? What else you watching?
Wow, I already pretty much talked about what I'm playing. So Palia and A Little to the Left, which I just beat. And then we're going through Final Fantasy VIII together.
Yes.
That's really fun.
How are you feeling about Final Fantasy VIII so far? Because I know you have mixed feelings about the Final Fantasies that you have experienced up to this point.
Yeah, so I have played, or like, played is a strong term. I watch you play, which may create a bias in how I feel about these games. So you gotta look through it of the lens of someone who's watching someone else play a game and not actually experiencing the combat themselves.
Yeah.
But I have experienced Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
A good bit strong too, but some of Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy X had that one, and then Final Fantasy 16, and then I played Final Fantasy 14 for like 10 minutes, so that was a good time too.
Yeah.
I really experienced a lot of that one.
Yeah.
But I feel like in especially 10 and 16, I had a hard time getting through them and like watching you play them, because there would be this big plot moment, and then it'd be like, go do side quests now. Or like, and they weren't side quests. I call them side quests because they feel like they should have been side quests, but it would be like, we need these things so that our whatever can flourish, our town. You're helping us, please.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it's a part of the main plot, and maybe it will come back later, but I don't know. It just felt like side quest stuff.
Yeah.
Not main plot. I feel like I'm under a time crunch. I need to go destroy the crystals now. Why am I not doing it? Like that kind of thing. So I am enjoying Final Fantasy VIII and also 7 Remake. We already beat that, but I enjoyed this for the same reason. I feel like everything that we're doing is plot-centric.
Yeah.
I haven't felt like we ever strayed from the plot at any point.
To be fair, I feel like 10 is one of the most plot-centric Final Fantasy games.
I know, but
I think you just didn't jive with that.
Probably that. I think 10 is good. Maybe if we replayed it, I would like it more.
Yeah. I think you weren't planning on watching it, like, when I started it.
Yeah.
And so you would pop in and out.
And there were a lot of things. I think 10, if anything, did a really good job with foreshadowing, and I just wasn't recognizing that. Yeah. So things that I thought were unimportant were actually important later because it was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
So I should have been paying attention, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, it's one of those things, but at the same time, I could see you just not jiving as much with 10. Like, just in general, even if we replayed it.
Yeah.
But 8.
8 is good.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun. I will say, I don't think it's a game that I could play, because being under constant time management makes me very nervous, and it's one of the reasons why I never beat Majora's Mask, because that clock, it freaks me out.
Oh, because we have so many missions with, like, because we're pretty early in the game, and so there have already been a couple of missions that have timers in the corner.
Yeah, and they create it in a way that, you know, you'll be fine. You shouldn't even worry about the clock. You're gonna get it done.
Yeah.
They have play tested it enough that they know how even the slowest person how long that they would take. And so there's no reason to worry. I mean, you finished several of them well before the allotted time. But still, I don't know. Timers make me anxious.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I do like Final Fantasy VIII, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. And I like theory crafting with it. I'm happy I'm not spoiled at all. Because I am a smidgen spoiled with Final Fantasy VII. So, just a smidgen.
I mean, just the part that everyone knows. Like, everyone knows that spoil.
But still, just the fact that I know.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But, okay. So, Final Fantasy VIII, I'm also really enjoying it.
Yeah, tell me. Okay, you've played several Final Fantasies, so how are you feeling about it?
Good. So, I've played every Final Fantasy except 3 to some 3 and 11 to some capacity. I've only technically beaten 6, 7, 9, 10, A Realm Reborn for 14, and 15 and 16. I think 8 is very good. In my opinion, I like the world. It captures my imagination. The characters are fun.
I love the characters.
I am not sure at this point if I'll end up liking it as much as, something like Final Fantasy IX, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 being at the top of my list. Quickly behind 9, I would say that I really like 10.
I'm sorry to let you down.
I really like 10. But I like pretty much all of them for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
7 is one I like, but I like Remake more.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure I'll end up liking 8 more than 7. I don't know. We'll have to see where it goes, because while I love the characters of 8 so far, the supporting cast isn't at the level of other Final Fantasy games for me,
Oh yeah, I feel like I don't really know a lot about. Wow, I can't even remember their names.
Zell and Selphie.
Yep, those ones.
Like, I don't have a Vivi in this one that I'm like immediately attached to. Or like for Final Fantasy VII, like a Barrett or a Tifa.
Barrett's my favorite.
Yeah. And so I don't know. We'll have to see where we go from here. I think the story and the world are really interesting and engaging, but I don't know.
I think what honestly is capturing me the most about Final Fantasy VIII is Cypher. And I was not anticipating. Why do you knowingly giggle? What does that mean? What do you know?
I don't know. I just think...
What do you know?
I don't know anything.
I thought you were unspoiled on this.
I do not know anything.
You're saying things that make it sound like you know things, though.
I don't know things about Cypher.
That's your lying voice.
No, it's not.
It is.
I don't know things about Cypher.
Pinky promised me.
Okay.
Oh, he won't do it. He won't do it. He knows things.
I don't know for certain that I don't know things.
Okay. The truth comes out when the pinkies are ready.
You can't do this. You can't do this live on the podcast.
I can.
We're cutting this out.
No, we're not.
Yeah, yes, we are.
It's staying in. I do the editing. The world is gonna know.
I just know how he is in Kingdom Hearts.
Okay. As if that changes anything.
What
do you mean in Kingdom Hearts?
What? So I'm also playing Final Fantasy XIV.
I don't like you anymore. We're ending the podcast.
We're gonna stay married, just ending the podcast.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah.
I'll spend every waking moment with you, but this podcast, no more, because you won't tell me what you know about Cypher.
I'll tell you after we beat the game if I actually knew something about Cypher or if it's completely misconstrued. Because I actually don't know whether I actually know something or not.
Alright, Cryptic Carl.
It's not my name.
Is now. We'll see. I think Cypher is very interesting. And
yeah.
Okay, I had Final Fantasy VIII as a child, and I never got past the Ifrit battle. Ifrit, yeah. I don't know. People say it differently ever since 16 came out. What do I know? As if I've really been a Final Fantasy fan before 16. I'm like, please understand the history of Final Fantasy from a person who's only really paid attention to 16 and 7 remake. Yeah. But anyways, okay, so I made it to that battle as a kid, and then after that, I don't know what happened. My prefrontal cortex, I don't know. It was not, you're like, that's not how the brain works.
No, that was the one.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, no, that was the one.
I'm actually smart, guys. This is unwell. Anyways, I don't know. I never made it very far, but I really liked the opening scene and the music and everything. I thought that was really, really cool because I was a kid, and the idea of that level of animation just blew my brain. I could not comprehend it. And so, yes, I never really made it very far in the game, but when I was a kid, I thought Cypher was a jerk because, I only played the first, 10 minutes.
Because he is.
Being honest. He is a jerk in it.
Yeah.
He slices your face open.
Calls you chicken wuss.
I don't like
several times.
Yeah. That's not great.
No.
I didn't appreciate that as a child.
I'm not a chicken wuss.
No. Good lord. And so, yeah. But now that we're further into the game than the first 10 minutes that I got to as a 10-year-old, I think he's really interesting. Very compelling.
Yeah.
I want to know what his relationship with Renoa is. Don't just stare at me and nod. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm interested
that you
too.
were unspoiled.
I genuinely know nothing about that.
He's a liar, everyone.
I don't know anything. I just know who I think might potentially be the final boss.
Is it Cypher?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're being cryptic about Cypher, and you're saying that you know the final boss.
No. It's just because I played Final Fantasy Dissidia.
Oh.
It's like the fighting game.
Yeah.
Where it has the primary protagonist and the primary antagonist of each game.
And Cypher's actually the primary protagonist.
No! The protagonist. Move over, Squall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If Cypher's not the primary antagonist, then he's the primary protagonist.
That's how it works. You can only be one or the other.
Yeah, that's it.
Secondary characters.
I don't even know who Squall is.
Do we need to restart?
Yeah, let's restart. I haven't been paying attention.
Okay.
This is...
Get ready for those timers.
Oh.
Do you want to call it a week?
Let's call it a week. These people need a break.
Yeah. If you made it this far in the podcast, I'm sorry, but thank you. I appreciate it.
This is reminding me of our most listened to episode of the podcast ever, which is called Dreams of Poseidon and Pizza, where we literally, all we did was just talk about a weird dream that you had. And this is giving the same level of chaos.
That was dope.
That was a good one.
Earlier in the podcast when I said I ate a cough drop, I didn't. It was a bit.
You ate a cough drop?
No, but the second time.
Oh, the second time?
Yeah, it was a bit. I have it in my hand right now. And I'm actually going to eat it now.
You just squirreled that away and got like a little acorn. You're so squirrely right now.
I think I'm going to go play Final Fantasy XIV after this.
So like right now?
I just reached Heaven's Ward.
So you're going to go play right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks for listening to this week's podcast. Don't just leave.
It was a bit.
It was a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take us home?
Well, why not? Terry-ho. So that'll do it for this week's episode of ThoughtCast, a video game podcast. If you, for whatever reason, enjoy this, and you want to listen to more, and you want to do it early, please feel free to support us over on Patreon, because truly it really helps us to keep making videos and podcasts and all of the things. And share this with anyone you think might enjoy it, because sharing beyond anything else helps us to know that A, people are liking the podcast, and B, it really just helps us get more people to listen. But as always, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and even a fantastic rest of your month. And we will see you next week. Later.
See ya.